Hello everyone. Today in this session we are going to discuss about the software concepts. A computer system has three components. One is hardware, software and user. Hardware it consists of physical component of a computer. Software a set of instructions that tells the computer to perform some intended task. Types of softwares. Software is broadly classified into two categories, namely one is system software and the another one is application software. What is system software? A system software is a computer program that controls the system hardware and interacts with application software. System software is hardware dependent and it is not portable. System software provides a convenient environment for program development and execution. Programming languages like assembly level language, C, C++, Visual C++, Pascal are used to develop the system software. System software is of three types. One is language, translators, operating system utility software. Application software. An application software that has been written to process and perform some specific job. Application software is generally written in high-level languages. It focuses on the application, not the computing system. Application software is classified into two types. One is application specific software and general purpose software. Application specific software is created to execute an exact task. It has a limited task, for example, accounting software for maintaining the accounts. General purpose software, it is not limited to only one function. For example, Microsoft Office, Word, Excel, Tally, Oracle, etc. This is not meant for only one purpose. That is for the general purpose software. So these are the classification of the computer software. It is divided into application software and system software. Again, the application software is divided into application specific software and general purpose software. Second, the system software is divided into language translator, operating system, utility software. In the language translator, we have assembler, compiler, interpreter. In the operating system, we have Linux and Unix, and the utility software we have antivirus backup software. So these are the classification of the software. Next we'll see utility software. The utility software are those helpful programs that assist the computer by performing helpful functions like backup of the disk, scanning, cleaning the viruses. So these softwares, the softwares which is used to helpful for the functions like backupping of the disk, scanning the viruses, cleaning the viruses. So those type of softwares will be called as utility software. Utility software is generally called as application oriented ready-made system program. Some of the important utility software is text editor, backup utility, disk defragmenter, antivirus software. These are the some of the important utility softwares. Operating system. An operating system is a set of programs. It is a software which acts as an interface between the user and the computer. The main system software is the operating system which starts up the computer and control its operation. Operating system manages the resources, resolves the conflicts and try to optimize the performance of the system. The user communicates with the computer through operating system commands and program instructions. The operating system plays an important role in loading programs from disk into memory, and displaying message, translating program, and in outputting the result. Some of the examples of operating systems are Unix, Linux, MS-DOS, Microsoft Windows such as Windows 95, Windows 98, Windows 2000, Windows XP, Windows 7, Windows 8, Windows 10, Android operating system, Mac operating system, etc. These are the some of the examples of the operating system that we are using. This diagram indicates the software and hardware relationship. So user 1, 2, so on user n. So in the software we have system software, application software that is going to interact with the operating system, and the operating system is going to interact with the hardware like CPU, RAM and input output devices. Functions of the operating system. The main functions of the operating systems are memory management, process management, device management, file management, protection and security, user interface and command interpreter. First one, memory management. The activities of memory management handled by the operating system are memory management means allocating the memory, freeing the memory, reallocate the memory to a program when a used block is freed, and keep track of the memory usage. These are the memory management functions handled by the operating system activities. Process management activities are the activities of process management handled by operating system are control access to shared resources like controlling file in memory input output and CPU, control execution of the applications, creation, execution and deletion of a process, cancel or resume a process, schedule a process, synchronization, communication and deadlock handling for the process. These are all the activities of the process management. Device management. The activities of the device management task handled with the operating system are open, close and write the device drivers. Communication, control and monitor the device drivers. File management. The activities of the file management task handled by the operating system are creation of the file, deletion of the files, creation and deletion of both files and directories that provides access to files, allocate the space for the files, keep backup of the files, securing the files. All these are the activities of the file management. Protection and security. Operating system protects the resources of the system. User authentication, file attributes like read, write, encryption and backup of the data are used by the operating system to provide the basic protection in order to avoid the unauthorized use access of the data. User interface or command interpreter. Operating system provides an use interface between the user and the computer hardware. The user interface is a set of commands or graphical user interface via which user interacts with the application and the hardware. So this is about the interface and the command interpreter. These are the activities of the operating system functions. Next one is types of operating system. What are all the types of operating system we have? We have several different types of operating systems are there. One is single user operating system or batch operating system. Second one, multi-programming operating system. Third one, multitasking operating system. Fourth one, multi-user operating system. Fifth one, time sharing operating system. Sixth one, real-time operating system. Seventh one, distributed operating system. Eighth one, network operating system. 10th one, multi-threading operating system. So we have 10 types of operating systems are there. We will discuss this in detail one by one. Single user operating system, it is also called as batch operating system. This operating systems allows only one user to share the system resources. System resources is nothing but all the input output devices, memories, peripheral devices, all these will be called as system resources. So that includes CPU. So these are mainly the operating system configured for the use of desktop PC and the laptops. These are will be used for the desktop and the laptops. DOS and Windows 95, Windows 98, Apple, etc. are the examples of the single user operating system. Batch operating system. The batch is defined as a group of jobs with similar need and similar resources required. The operating system that allows the user to create batches and execute each batch sequentially and processing all jobs of the batch considering them as a single process is called batch operating system. It allows little or no interaction between the user and the executing programs. This is well suited for the application with large computation time and no user interaction. Payroll, forecasting, statistical analysis are the program examples of its usage. Advantages are user need not wait during its execution because it is a single user. It will function in FIFO order, that is first in first out order. Disadvantages: non-interactive methods of execution, offline debugging. IBM system R360 operating system is the example of batch operating system. In DOS, we can emulate the batch processing using .bat files. Next one is multi-programming operating system. Multi-programming operating system is the capability of the CPU to execute two or more programs concurrently at the same time. Two or more programs are stored concurrently in the primary storage and the CPU moves from one program to another program, partially executing each in turn. Early computer system and many personal computers execute program in the order in which they are read in the system. Only one program is executed at a time. Multitasking operating system. Multitasking operating system allows more than one program to run at the same time. It gives you the perception of two or more tasks running at the same time. It does this by dividing system resources amongst these tasks. Multitasking is usually implemented by code and data of several programs in memory simultaneously and multiplexing processors and input-output device among them. Multitasking is also called context switching. Multitasking usually refers to a single user. Example, Windows 98. Multi-user environment. The multi-user environment system allows the multiple users on the different computers on the different terminals to access a single system with one OS on it. It creates and maintains individual user environment, individual authentication and security level privileges, and it provides one user per resources uses accounting. Time sharing operating system. The time sharing operating system allows many users to share the computer resources simultaneously. The computer sharing refers to the allocation of computer resource in time slots of the several programs simultaneously. As you can see, the single CPU is allocated to all the many users. The large CAD and text processing system belongs to time sharing operating system. Most of the computer share time sharing operating system adopted time slicing or round robin scheduling algorithm. This we are going to study in the operating system subject. Each user or process will receive a portion of time slot. Unix Windows Server is the example of multi-programming, multi-use and time-sharing system. Real-time operating system. The real-time operating system refers to the computer and software system that respond to the event before the event becomes absolute. The primary operating system of computer system is to provide quick event, that is response times, and thus meeting the scheduling deadlines. The main applications where real-time systems are used include medical imaging system, industrial control system, flight control, military applications. These are the main applications where the real-time operating system will be used. Windows CE, Symbian, Linux OS are the examples of the real-time systems. Next one is distributed operating system. A distributed operating system, it is a collection of autonomous computer systems capable of communication and cooperation via the software and hardware interaction. For example, if we have n system in a distributed environment, then distributed OS helps us in balancing the load by sharing processes, our input-output devices and memory, etc. The ATM centers of a bank are the examples of the distributed operating system. Network operating system. A network operating system is a collection of software and associated protocol that allow a set of autonomous computers which are interconnected by a computer network. It can be used in a convenient and cost-effective manner. In a network operating system, the user are aware of the existence of multiple component computer and can log in into remote machines and copy the files from one machine to the another machine. So the examples of the network operating systems are Windows NT, Windows Server, Linux are the examples of the network operating system. So, multi-thread operating system. In the multi-threading operating system, a thread is a sequence of instructions within a program, and the program process may have many threads which share the same code section, data section and the operating resources. It provides many logical paths through the program to be executed simultaneously. So some Solaris, Windows 2000, multi-threaded Unix, Linux are the examples of the multi-threaded operating system. Functional features of operating system. There are two types of user interface. One is command line user interface, CUI, graphical user interface. Command line user interface allows the user to interact with the computer through the text terminal. It is non-graphical and text-based user interface. MS-DOS is an operating system which provides a CUI, that is command line user interface. The commands must be given at the command prompt C hash. Both input and outputs are character based. The interface is also known as command user interface. Next one, graphical user interface. The graphical user interface was introduced in 1984 by Apple with Macintosh. The GUI is an interface where the commands are selected from menus and icons rather than typing them from the keyboard. It allows user to click on the required icon with the help of mouse. Windows operating system is the most popular operating system based on the graphical user interface. The difference between CUI and GUI. The difference is, first difference is CUI is command line user interface, GUI is graphical user interface. In the CUI, the user must type the commands at the command prompt to interact with the computer. In the GUI, the user must click on the icons, menus, dialog boxes, etc. to interact with the computer. In the CUI, the user must remember the commands and their parameters. In the GUI, the user need not remember any commands as it is available in the form of menus and icons on the monitor. In the command line user interface, mouse operation not available for the DOS. In the GUI, graphical user interface, mouse operations required to select the commands. This is about the differences between the CUI and the GUI. This is about this session. In this session, we discussed about the introduction, software concepts, types of softwares, system software, application software, utility software, operating system, functions of the operating system, memory management, process management, device management, file management, protection and security, user interface and command interpreter, types of operating system, single user operating system, batch operating system, multi-programming operating system, multitasking operating system, multi-user operating system, time-sharing operating system, real-time operating system, distributed operating system, network operating system, multi-threaded operating system, functional features of operating system. That is, there are two types, command line user interface, graphical user interface. The difference between CUI and the GUI. These are all the things that we studied in this session. Thank you.